Guys, welcome back to my channel. Take 2 of this NikkieTutorials times Beauty Bay palette collaboration review and tutorials. If you guys watched my previous video, I explained everything that happened with this review that I had previously filmed and the makeup tutorial. So this is the look that I have for today's demo, and I have another one using some of the other shades. They both are very neutral toned, and I really wanted you guys to see that you don't really have to use all the crazy fun colors, the bold colors in this palette, but you can have them as an option. You can do a pop of color if you don't like super bold bright colors, but you still want to support NikkieTutorials and you want to pick up this palette. You can do something like this. So I have all my info right here in case you guys see me looking down. Let's get right into it. First off, we're going to share the packaging because it is absolutely beautiful. I can't bring myself to throw this away, so it sits in my background, in the background of my videos, just because I really like the packaging. The box is so cute and sparkly. I love this little keyhole thing. And we have, you know, a little quote from Nikkie back here. Now, this palette retails for $30, which to me, I was pretty surprised because I've seen the prices of other palettes for other collaborations, other brands with other influencers, and sometimes the price is pretty up there. So to see her palette be $30 with the following that she has, and you know, see that it's so affordable, I was pretty surprised and I was excited. Now this has 20 pressed pigments. The reason they call it pressed pigments is because some of the eyeshadows aren't deemed safe because they stain the lids. I have been using this well over a month already and I haven't experienced any staining, and again, that's just me, my experience, my opinions on this palette. And I've used now all the eyeshadows in this palette. I have used them all. It is limited edition, so once the batch that they have available online, because this is a second batch, their second like restock, once it's out, they said that there will be no more palettes, so it is limited edition. This is also vegan, it is cruelty free, and it has a double mirror, and it has a zoom side for glass wearers. Glasses wearer? People who wear glasses. That's easier. Which I thought was pretty cool that they thought about that. I don't want to blind you guys, but they did that. So this is obviously what the palette looks like. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen it. I really like this palette. That it also, the glittery parts on here, they're kind of like textured, so you can feel that. And I thought that was really cool. Again, we have the little quote from Nikkie back here. There we go. And it is like a double opening right here, which I actually really like. And it's kind of like the dark side over here, and then the fun, like neon pop of color fun side. And I like that they didn't like split it in the middle. I actually really like this layout. And I know a lot of people were like, that's not a dark side, that has nothing to do with dark. But if I see it and they're saying it's dark, I understand that it's like, okay, we have this hot pink right here, this is definitely darker. And then we have dark brown shades, this dark blue, and we have this green, which on camera, for some reason, it keeps picking up like a aqua green kind of color, and it's really more of like a grass green in person. I personally really like it. Best duochrome shades. That's my absolute favorite part about this palette, the duochrome shades. They're so beautiful, and I will share some swatches right here that I already did. And I did this for my previous video, so just letting you know, I didn't like just do them off camera so they could look beautiful. I've always told you guys I really don't do swatches because for me swatches is more a representation of how the color looks. Another thing, I thought the color story was amazing. Personally for me, I love that they included neutral tones. They're technically not super neutral, but they're neutral enough that they go well and they pair well with the other eyeshadows in this palette. You can pull off a fun like sunset eyes. You can pull off some really cool tone like blue green look, a blue look, and you still have like those shades, like this one right here, or this one right here, this one right here, for transition shades. So I really like the palette. You can also use the yellow as a transition shade. I personally have done that. And the packaging for me was A+. I really like it. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Now, we have some cons. Of course we do. Just because I love NikkieTutorials and I wanted to support her and support this palette. And, you know, I've been watching her since like back in the day when people were doing YouTube for fun and for the love of it, because it was just a hobby. Back then you couldn't get paid, or you didn't get paid. I opened this channel I think back in 2009, and I don't remember when was my first video, but shortly after I started making videos. I never took it seriously. I did it more for the love of it and the fun of it. But you know, life was also happening, so I would upload and then I would be gone for a year, come back, upload 5 videos, be gone for 6 months, and I did that for such a long time. I can honestly say 2017, more so 2018, 2019 is when I actually started to be a little more consistent, but you know, life is still happening and a lot of things were going on in my life. So I'm still trying to be consistent and get a good rhythm of things. And, you know, consistency is key to grow your channel on YouTube. It really is, you know, and I wasn't consistent back then. I'm trying to be now. Sometimes it's hard because, like I said, life happens and there's a lot of things that I just don't share that go on, that I go through, or whatever the case may be. But I'm still here. I'm still trying. Now, what I was getting to is that I've watched NikkieTutorials for the longest, you know, back in the day, and I have always loved her videos. Now, you know, I love them even more. I feel like I learned so much from her tutorials, and, you know, that's just me. I love to watch her tutorials because I actually learn things, and I have learned so many techniques, so many tricks, so many things over the years from her tutorials. So I really wanted to buy this palette and, you know, support her. Now, I also love her style, like her hair. I said today I was going to do my hair just in honor of her always having such beautiful, beautiful hairstyles. Like her accessories, her style is just gorgeous and I love it, and you know, she inspires me a lot. Now, I love her piercings. Like, I love that so much, but I am such a chicken. So fake it until I make it. I wear the little fake ear cuffs just because I cannot commit to getting my ears pierced. I'm trying to take baby steps, and I might do these like right here, these two, just because I like to accessorize as well, and I love the little ear cuffs and the little huggies. I love those. So baby steps, baby steps. I did pierce my nose last year, I think it is, and my nose like rejected it, and I was so salty because I was so in love with my piercing. Like, I loved it so much. I've been wanting to do, what is this called, the Maryland one, but I have 2 moles right here, so I feel like if I do that, it's going to kind of look funny, that's why I've never done it. Then I said I would do it down here, and I got this mole, so I was like, okay, is that a sign from God? Like, no, don't pierce. Don't pierce that either. So I just left it alone. I was like, okay, let me do my nose. I did it. I was loving it. So happy. Felt like a badass, you know what, with a nose piercing. And then my nose is like, you thought, girl, no. So I took it out. I still have like the hole, and I kind of like want to do it again because I really like it. I just love accessorizing in general. But yeah, I have gone off on a whole tangent. I caught myself. I was about to cuss. It's so hard because I normally have such a sailor mouth, but you can't on YouTube because you just can't. So anyways, now that I went off on a whole tangent on why I love and I wanted to buy this palette, the blue eyeshadows, the 2 blue matte eyeshadows, are the most difficult in this palette, in my opinion. Now, this one right here, you have to really pack it on if you're not going to use like a primer or a base. It is best to be applied over a wet base. And also once you apply it, like once you pack it on, don't move it anymore, because then it'll be like, it will become like a little patchy. If you apply too much, it just won't stick. And the dark blue, I am going to be honest, the first time I used it and I tried to do a look, I tried doing the technique that NikkieTutorials does, which is apply the P. Louise base. And I call it the NikkieTutorials technique because that's where I learned it from. That's where I saw it first from. I know a lot of people do it. I don't know if she started the trend or whatever, but that's what I call it because that's where I saw it and that's where I learned it, although I'm still not good at it, so just throwing that out there. So I tried that technique and I was like, okay, that's a no-go. This blue eyeshadow is a no-go as well. And then I was like, okay, I tried the technique, it didn't work out for me. I am still not good at it, so let me just try it how I normally wear my eyeshadow. And I love the blue eyeshadow once I tried it that way. And I know NikkieTutorials says it's a crime not to prime. It's a prime not to crime. No, it's a crime not to prime. But I don't really like prime my eyes. I do my foundation, concealer, and I pat my lids with foundation and concealer. Sometimes I really don't do the concealer. If I apply too much, I kind of just take it on my lid just to remove like some excess from down here. But for the most part, I just do my foundation all over my face, then do my concealer, and I set my face as well as setting my lid with translucent powder. And that's all I do. So when I do my eyeshadow, it's technically not like wet for the eyeshadows to stick and pop more. So the color you see is actually the color that, you know, you're gonna get on your eyes. It's not that I'm making them look more bright or more bold. So just thought I'd mention that as well. I mean, here are the swatches from some of the other shadows. This is my absolute favorite color. Absolute favorite matte color. I love all of them, but that one, that color in general is just me. If I was a color, that would be it. Dripped in gold. That's me in a nutshell, in a color. And yeah, I ended up liking the blue. Now, I will say it is, you know, a color that you have to work with a little. So let's say you want to apply it on your lid and you're not going to use any wet base. You go ahead and do the gradient in your crease first. So if you're going to use another blue, like a lighter blue, do that first, then pat on the eyeshadow so you won't have to move it as much, because that one, if you blend it too much on your lid, it will like blend away and it'll be like just a not a cute blue, just like a wash of color. So that's my tip for that color. That's my experience with that color. If you liked it, it worked out amazing for you, great. If you didn't, you hate that color, you know, maybe try this technique and see if it works out for you. Personally, even if those two blue eyeshadows would be like duds and I just would have hated them, I still think the palette is worth it and I would have still been happy with the palette, you know, but I love all the eyeshadows. So yeah. Now with that being said, let's get on to the two tutorials. What did you guys think of the palette? What did you guys think of the tutorials? Did you like them? Let me know if you would like to see another look. Let me know if you want me to use more of the like red burgundy shade, pinky shades, or more of the blue green shades and do a look. I will definitely be open to doing another one of using the fun colors if you guys want to see another look. I know everyone and their mom have have already reviewed this palette. I'm sorry mine took forever, but it did give me time to use all the eyeshadows, which I'm glad I did, because you know, if I would have just gone off that first tutorial that I did using that blue eyeshadow, I would have been like, oh no, this palette sucks, you know? If I wouldn't have tried it again with my own technique, how I know how to do eyeshadow, I would have been like, yeah, this palette is horrible. I don't like it. This blue eyeshadow, bad. But you know, it was me trying the NikkieTutorials technique that I'm still not good at. I do practice it, and you know, I'm trying to get better at it. Some days it's good with some eyeshadows, some days it's really not good. And yeah, basically that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the looks, if you like them. If you have this palette, let me know if you have been liking it as much as I have. If you have been using it, I honestly, even if I reach for another palette, I reach for this one for the shimmery shades. They are absolutely incredible. They're probably my favorite. Along with that matte purple, like burgundy berry purple shade, the shimmery shades are absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, thank you so much for all your support. And I feel like I always repeat myself when I'm ending my video, but thank you. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay, I'm going. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.